Good day, fellow YouTubers. Jacob here, Jacob's Green. It's another winter day here in Canada. Not much to do outside in Jacob's Green, so I decided, well, let's do something better. Let's bottle some beer. Some homemade beer. Look at that. So, I didn't have any caps. I decided to set up and bottle some beer and realized I didn't have any caps. So I went outside to the snowbank and got some money. Went and bought some caps. Now we're good for beer. Alright. I'm going to full left there. That's a premium bitter. Bottled out December 27th. Cheers. That'll cure what ails you. So, here we are. We're about to bottle some beer. I have two carboids that need to get into bottles. Both of them 6 gallons. I need to wash my bottles and get that all set up. So let's give you a quick tour of the brew room. Okay, so of course we've got the full of good beer and cheer, right? Some buckets over there. They're in the primary fermentation state, making beer. Washing bottles on that. Got some beer over there. All set up over here for my beer. Bottle some beer. So I'll spare you all the details and the bullshit of washing the bottles, and when I get into the bottling process, I'll take you in step by step of what I'm doing. Until then, we'll keep her on pause. Well, there's a little more to it than I said. I'm recycling bottles. So, I don't know. If you're a beer maker, if you're into it, you know there's this little tab that's left behind on the from the old cap. So, I gotta take them off. And I find the best thing to use is these little side cutters here, and it just peels them right out. I got 4 boxes to do, and it's a bit tedious, so I'll get back to you on the next step. Alright, so all the tabs have been cut out of the bottles. Bottles are nice and tabless. My bevy's still good. My bevy's still good. There's one thing I can't stress enough when you're making beer, making any kind of homebrew, wine, whatever, is sanitize. Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize the shit out of everything. That's key. That and temperature. So what I've got to do now is sanitize my bottles. So I'm going to be using that bottle rack right there. And I've got these Camden tablets. It's just Camden. I don't know how well you can see that. And I'll use one of these. I'll just crush it up with a spoon and put it in here with some water. Now, like I said, key is sanitizing. That's why I kind of slipped into my douchebag shirt so no cat hair falls off my long sleeves. No hair falls off my head. God damn, I gotta keep all that hair I can get. Anyway, yeah, so I got a Camden tablet. I'll just crush it up with some spoons. It's kind of the easy way to do it. Just make it into a little bit of a powder. Crush it all good. Now, I got a good powder there. I'll stick it into this. Shake it up. And make sure that's in place. Just kind of dump it in there. And that's ready to go, basically. Take my bottle, stick it on this. I had to modify it, but it works. Get it primed. There it goes. And voila, it sits on the tree. So I'll do 48 of those, and I'll get back to you for the next process. Tell you a little more about that. In the meantime, I got a bevy, and I got some bottles to clean. Alright, so we're halfway through the cleaning, sanitizing of the bottles. I got 24 of them done. I thought maybe I could just go over a few other things that are probably not bad to know when you're making your own alcoholic beverages. What I like to do is keep track. I like to keep track of it all on a piece of paper. I've got a whole notepad here full of shit that I've been, you know, that way if a batch goes wrong or a batch goes right that you particularly liked, you've got it all written down. You don't have to remember any of this shit at all. So basically what I do right off the start is I'll start with what type of beer it is, what type of wine it is, what the date is, what the recipe was, what the temperature was. I try to maintain a consistent temperature somewhere between 65 and 68. That's a happy medium for all the brewing. Excuse me. Some of them like to take... Oh, that's a chintzy bottle. Shit. Oh, we'll use it anyway. Just gotta drink light. Make a light beer with that one. Yeah, anyway, let's just keep track of everything you do. Put the date on it, what you did to it, what it smells like, what it tastes like when you rack it, what it tastes like when you bottle it, what it smells like when you bottle it, what the gravity reading was. You want to bottle it in a nice warm area for a week, you know, and then put it into a nice cooler area for a couple more weeks to allow for the secondary fermentation process to carbonate the beer. But again, you know, the whole thing, the whole key is sanitize the shit out of everything. If you have to delay and wait a day and you've sanitized everything, then I'd recommend go ahead and sanitize it all again, even if you've only waited one day. The airborne microbial bacteria and yeast in the air will sour the beer, spoil the beer, or wine even. You know, you get one fruit fly in a batch of wine will turn that whole batch into vinegar. You don't want that. So anyway, I'm going to clean this up and get some buckets sanitized for the next stage. I'm going to rack all that beer into a priming bucket and show you how we do that. We'll add the priming sugar and bottle it. Stay tuned.